Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, and I have some fun videos for you guys. Okay, today I'm feeling extraordinarily honored. I am so excited to share with you guys my newest fine jewelry piece from my truly my favorite jewelry designers, Daria and Ariel of Darius Jewels. First and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos 3 days a week, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. For anybody who, I don't know if anybody cares to see what I'm wearing on a daily basis, something has been added to my stack, okay? I cannot even believe I'm saying this, but I was presented with the opportunity to receive a gift from Darius Jewels. Daria and Ariel, for those of you guys who watch my channel, okay? You know that my very first video here on YouTube was about my favorite 20, I believe, contemporary fine jewelry designers. I've worked in this industry. This is my 12th year, which is really crazy. I was just a baby out here, okay, 19 when I got my first job in the jewelry industry while I was still in college at the New School for Jazz and Contemporary Music, okay? And yeah, I never looked back. I went on to open my own store downtown in Soho, and then I started my line 5 years ago, literally to the month, lelasophia Jewelry. And so I have had the pleasure, the utmost absolute pleasure to work with many different designers. And I can say after my 12 years in this industry, like bar none, hands down, Darius Jewels has just become my favorite designer. Obviously, we know I will always love Alice Wace and Prunus and Kim Dunham, but something about the way that Daria and Ariel capture, I know, you guys, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, one bit, I think I was about to say, this is not sponsored at all, but the way that Daria and Ariel capture jewelry, to me, is what was missing from the fine jewelry industry, is what I think I craved for so long. And so every single time I talk about them, it's genuinely from just pure excitement and as organic as possible. And as we've been kind of probably once I reached peak fangirl fandom, constantly talking about Darius Jewels on the internet, we've been, chatting. I'm sure Daria and I mainly chatting a little bit here and there on the internet, and it's mainly just me professing my love for each one of these pieces. And a couple months ago, after I talked about the mini Dendera Zodiacs, I was offered one, and anyway, I'm not gonna sit here and I feel like people will think that I'm fake being humble, but really, truly, it was an honor to receive that offer. And so I'm here today to show you because I literally just got it just hours ago in the mail. She's already found a home where I've decided to put her in my stack. So cut to my adorable little unboxing footage because this is a literal dream come true. You guys know it is my goal, which I will talk about. We're gonna then, second half of this video will be me going over my absolute favorite pieces from Darius Jewels. But before we get into that, obviously, okay, we know that my top wish list items have, obviously now, this one can be picked off, which is really crazy. I got the Virgo mini Dendera Zodiac pendant, which when I tell you just when these two amazing women came out with this line, especially the Dendera Zodiacs, and then especially the minis, something about it, I've said from the very beginning, now this is 2 years ago on my channel, that their motifs that they do, there is something that is so otherworldly and magical. Again, clearly, women after my own heart, perhaps, because all of my pieces are inspired by my Moroccan heritage, and I know Daria pulls a lot of inspiration from her Persian heritage, and so, we're clearly just two women who probably, maybe you're not, I don't know, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I feel some sort of homecoming in their pieces. I know that's a big void in my life. I've talked about this all the time, so not to repeat myself, but I grew up here in America and the rest of my family grew up in Morocco, and a lot of times I think I wish for that element, but even in a lot of ways, maybe I'm wishing for like, maybe I'm like nostalgic for a time that also no longer exists, you know? There's so many lineages of my family, or my one lineage, I guess, so many members of my family that I did not ever get a chance to meet or only met once that I really wish I had more time with, or I had an opportunity to meet, and my culture and my country and everything. And I so feel that kind of like, again, there's like feeling a void within maybe all of our lives. And I know this is maybe like I'm completely just reading in and poeticizing all of Darius' jewels, but something about their pieces makes me, I don't know, it gives me some sort of sense of peace and calmness. And it just seems to be, I think this is a word, finally, we have landed. It seems to be the truest, most beautiful celebration of Daria's ancient culture and history. And even, you know, beyond the motifs, the rings themselves, which again, we'll talk about, each one of the pieces that might not necessarily have a more obvious reference or motif in it still just feels so celebratory of ancient jewelry, of ancient culture. It's like, oh, anyways, clearly these are the things that I love to talk about, so she could ramble on forever. But it's just a true celebration, I think, is what I'll say to kind of wrap a little, you know, tie a bow in my statement. So needless to say, it is an honor to not only receive, but now wear forever this little mini Dendera Zodiac. Daria and I happen to both be September Virgos, and so I don't know. I just feel like a massive kinship, and it's like, it's a true pleasure. These minis, again, the second they came out, I probably talked about them in 3 videos back to back, because I think that it's just like, I even did an entire Zodiac collection video because, first of all, a lot of the times the Virgo pendants are kind of like not what I would want to align with as a Virgo personally. I've never seen such a good Virgo pendant as I have in the Darius Jewels Dendera Zodiac collections. And something about each and every one, the way that they're all depicted, they are the Egyptian, hence Dendera Zodiac depictions. Can I repeat that word twice? I'm so sorry. Icons, shall we say, something like that? I really need to, you know, really need to not repeat my words as much, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. The Virgo from Darius, again, I will be honored to wear this for the rest of my life. And again, something about the mini size. I, you know, constantly layer up a ridiculous amount of jewelry, and something about a mini will just like fit perfectly in with every little variation that I add or take away to my own necklace stack. And so the second these came out, I was quite literally obsessed, and I hope you guys are too. I know you guys are. And so before I continue to yap on about how much I bow down and just really love Daria and Ariel, I just truly have to thank Daria and Ariel, because there's a level of magic, there's a level of authenticity, there's a level of genuine presence that the two of you bring to not only our fine jewelry space, but also just like to your own pages, to how you present your work in the world. And it is an honor, a joy, and a pleasure to witness and to be able to wear. So I just have to thank you both so much. And with that, I felt like I had to do a little highlight of some of my favorite pieces. Of course, okay, we will get to one of these, but of course we know my wish list is now. I am still debating because I really love 2 of the eye idols. I love the High Priestess pendant, and like, hello, that would look absolutely incredible, if she says humbly, on my stack one day. Even if it takes me years, I hope one day to own either the High Priestess, I love all of the eye idols, honestly, before I go off and say a million different versions. I love each and every one of these eye idol pendants so much. The eye idol ring, every single time, Lori Hirschleifer. I am, maybe this is a part of my neurodivergence, okay? Because I get so obsessed every single time that I see Lori Hirschleifer wear her eye idol from Darius Jewels, and I screenshot it, okay? So there are probably like a million screenshots in my phone. I don't need to do that. Lori Hirschleifer keeps them up on her Instagram, but still, they need to live rent-free in my phone and in my brain. And so the eye idol ring, Like, I would die to own that one day. We know the scorpion ring, the jumbo for me is truly the one. I honestly don't know which one I would choose, the eye idol ring or the scorpion ring. I genuinely go back and forth. Again, this is kind of fantasy land, so not like this is relevant to my life right now, but I still like to pretend and really genuinely go back and forth of which one I would want to rock. And then again, same thing. Sometimes when you just like, I mean, I feel like I'm like this in so many different ways. Hello, look at all the mini bags behind me, but as soon as you make something smaller, it just like does something to my soul. And so the second the scorpion ring became available in a smaller size, I was like, oh my God, okay, this is iconic. So that also is absolutely in my running. Any OGs? Shall we go back in time? Does anybody remember when I was so utterly obsessed with the snake charmer pendant? Yeah, we still are. I don't believe it's part of the line anymore, but what is a part of the line, another piece that I talked about very early on, is the gorgeous like east-west oval signet ring. And of course the plain one is absolutely stunning, but I will just again be complete fangirling over here and say how absolutely elite pieces that feature diamonds. Again, I've done entire videos just drooling over how incredible each and every choice is per piece, because like using antique cut diamonds, oh my God, it's just, it does something to my soul. And so of course this little signet ring with the diamonds, like sign me up. I also love the hoop earrings. She has become the opposite of an earring girl. I'm now like an ear cuff heavy girl. I know. Two of my friends are constantly yelling at me, telling me to make more earrings. Alas, let me give you some amazing options from another designer, because Darius Jewels, all of the hoop earrings, like the little huggies, oh my God, they're iconic. They're gorgeous, they're stunning. And even with them being simple hoop earrings, you still really get the feel that they are from Darius Jewels. And so that is kind of iconic just in itself. Another piece, if I'm not only just an ear cuff girl, she has become the bangle collector, okay? I'm gonna do an entire video on bangles soon. I'm just like having a complete love affair with bangles for some reason. And again, this is a more like, definitely the last year, but maybe even the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. A more recent addition to Darius Jewels are 2 sizes of bangles, and like, drool, those will be first on my list when I make that video, because they're perfection. Again, one could just layer them up in like the most gorgeous bangle stack of all time, and both sizes are really truly perfection. Before I go on to my last category, because again, if anybody's been following them for the last couple years, you will remember I mean, again, I feel sometimes unworthy of just even having this grace my Instagram feed with how beautiful they are. Darius Jewels did a collaboration with Muzo Emeralds. And yeah, jaw was the basement level, okay? My jaw was not on the floor. My jaw went through the floor and got all the way down to the basement. I am not a colored stone girly. I don't even call myself a stone girl. And yet for some reason, these like did something. I'm sure they did something to all of us. Emeralds are so special and so beautiful. They're probably my favorite gemstone. Is that true? Yeah, I think that they honestly are. Even though I'm a September Virgo. I know, maybe that's sacrilegious. Sapphires are not really my vibe. An emerald though, especially a unique, gorgeous emerald. They come in so many different colors, the inclusions that like make emeralds unique. Oh my God, anyway. And so essentially pick any of the Darius Jewels emerald pieces, because my goodness, like, could you go wrong with anyone? And lastly, again, as she calls herself, not even a stone girly, for Darius Jewels, I am a stone. I was about to say a bad word, okay? This is YouTube, so I gotta be careful. I'm a stone girly. We shall just say insert whatever profanity you would imagine that I would be saying right now, because it's again, like a joy, and I feel unworthy sometimes when some of these pieces grace my Instagram feed, because pick all of these gorgeous images that I will be inserting right here. Again, there's something about an antique cut diamond that just has my entire heart. I just did an entire video talking about, thank God, you know. I think that our corner of the fine jewelry industry is really understanding the power, the true power of recycling and reclaiming antique diamonds, because why did we stop cutting them like that? I don't know. I think that it's beautiful. I think that sometimes it can honor the actual stone itself more than a more pristine, perfect, modern cut diamond. And so again, take your pick of any of these pieces. And the other, honestly, even, ooh, I don't know which one I like more. Yeah, okay. I will put shape because I love a good shape, you know, it's really fun. However, I actually think that my favorite part about diamonds, and this is why I should really correct myself, it's not that I'm not a stone girly. I'm not a modern, pristine, perfect stone person. I never have been, never will be. They're beautiful. Yes, when my mom busts out her really, you know, anyways, I'm telling everybody's business. When my mother busts out some of her really beautiful diamonds, I do, you know, have to catch my breath. This is a general statement, shall we say. More than the perfect, modern, whatnot, you know, GIA diamonds, I love, sorry, I'm just imagining so many, so that's why I trailed off. I love a non-perfectly clear, perfectly crystal diamond. I love a colored diamond. I love a brown diamond. I love a yellow diamond. I love a cognac diamond. I love anything in between that spectrum. And again, that is why Darius Jewels has my entire heart, because of course they pick out the most gorgeous stones, and every single ring, every single pendant, every single piece truly is just so catered to that unique, beautiful stone, and celebrates the stone, and then celebrates the gold as a, okay, clearly we've seen that I really love this. Again, this is just completely of my own volition, of my own wanting to do this video. We see how much I love, because it's the marriage of the two, of the gorgeous, buttery, yummy 18 karat gold, and then the gorgeous, unique, completely individualistic stones that they choose. And yeah, I could go on for about another hour, so I will just stop right there. Again, I literally cannot thank Darius Jewels enough, Daria and Ariel. You have my entire heart. I am honored to now be the new owner of this mini Virgo pendant, and I hope that you know that she will be worn. She will be worn every single day, and she will be loved. I hope you know that she will be loved. Thank you both so much. Thank you guys for watching. You have no idea how grateful I am that I get to sit here and talk about this stuff, because it led me to here, and I am just so grateful for all of you. Thank you as always. Thank you. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.